Hey, what's going on, ladies and gents? It's your boy, the Young CEO here today, back with another video. Today, I'm going to be going over my top 3 VV comics to actually add to your collection based on the MCU, right? Based on MCU speculation. This could also go for, physical comic books, as well. I'm not a financial advisor, so this is just, for entertainment purposes only. Um, a couple housekeeping things before I get started into this video. I just opened my Discord up, so make sure you guys go actually add yourselves into the Discord. It's called the Young CEO Investments. There's gonna be a lot of cool things in there. I have a crypto chat in there, about what I'm investing into. I have an NFT chat in there for you know other NFTs that I'm actually looking at. Um, I'm actually looking at different stocks and day trading stuff, and I'm trying to build culture within the young CEO community. There's going to be a general chat in there as well that you guys could actually go in there and chat about anything. You guys could go in there, ask me questions, and let's get this community started and let's get it rolling, right? Also, just to let you guys know, I have an Instagram, right, called the Young CEO. The Young CEO with a 3 instead of a E. In CEO, it's a 3 instead of a E. So go go follow me on there. I actually drop a lot of information on there as well. I'm not just into NFTs, but I'm into all aspects of finance. So without further ado, let's get started into this video, and let's talk about my top 3 VV comics to actually add to your collection, which is huge, right? There's a lot of things going on within that. There's a lot of things coming out within the MCU, and there's a lot of investable pieces you know that we can take advantage of in this moment in time. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's get into this video. Let me shrink myself down. Right. So top 3 VV comics to add to your collection based on the MCU. So the first one is Fantastic Four #1. Right. The first comic that I want to put on this list is actually Fantastic Four #1. The reason why is because it's the first appearance of Fantastic Four. Right. It debuted in 1961. There is 60,000 editions, which is kind of high, but this comic is the first appearance of Fantastic Four, right? Which leaves a huge dent within, um, no, it leaves a mark on the comic industry. This is a huge mark and a huge grail on the comic industry, right? Because this is the first appearance of the Fantastic Four, right? Fantastic Four had came out already with 2 movies. Um, the one earlier within the 2000s with you know, what's his name? Not Chris. Oh, yeah, with the Captain America guy. I don't remember his actual name, the actor. But yeah, it came out with him. And then it had came out with another one as well with Michael B. Jordan and all of them, but that's not in. It's well, I obviously we don't know yet because the MCU keeps on adding stuff, especially with the whole multiverse saga going on. But right now, Fantastic Four #1 is a grail, and I want to put that as #1 because there's a lot of speculation around them actually coming into the MCU. Um they actually announced that they're coming out with a movie. But this comic, right, on VV, it does have 68,000 editions, which is kind of high, right? But at a common at 48,000, uncommon at 6,000, rare at 3,000, ultra rare at 2,400, and secret rare at 600. The secret rare is more looked at as the investable piece because there's a lot less editions. Also, it's the highest rarity that you could get. This is the third comic to actually drop on VV, which is huge because it's original. Like, this is one of the original comics to drop on VV, right? Um, this the physical copy of this book actually sold for $1.5 million, which is it's a lot. It's a lot, right? Especially for, like, you know, yes, comic books do have a pump when a character comes into the MCU, but when I mean the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, when they're going to be making a movie, or when these characters or a character appears in a movie, the comic book actually goes up in value, right? Just because of that appearance in the movies, right? In theaters. So as you guys can see here, it's on Go Collect. Had three sales at 9.2 grade, and one average year sale at $1.5 million, right? So, and then a 9.0 actually sold for $420,000, right? Six sales at 9.6 graded. But this is a huge book, right? Going into what we could possibly see in the MCU, right? So what I'm going off of first appearance, right? I'm going off of speculation of him of the character or characters being in a movie, and just because the book is a grail, like there's a difference between um different books and different ages, like silver age, you have bronze age, right? So like there's different ages of books, but I'm putting Fantastic Four #1 as my #1 spot, right? Why? Right, we have MCU speculation. The movie is release date is set to release in 2024, correct? So, they actually just announced that like a couple weeks ago that the Fantastic Four movie is actually going to be released in 2024, right? It does have an exact date on the Marvel website, November 8th, 2024, but it could be pushed back. It could be pushed forward. Like, it it all depends on the director and obviously Kevin Feige. But Fantastic Four is set to release in 2024. Casting is to be rumored at D23 Expo, which is in a couple of days, right? So that's gonna be huge. And then you have Reed Richards' appearance in Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness, right? Which already shows like, there's possibility for, which already showed that there was possibility for the Fantastic Four to be coming into the MCU, right? And then they went ahead and announced the movie that it's coming out in 2024, which is huge. So um, definitely look out for that book, and I would definitely grab up a couple of those books on the VV app, right? Especially the VV app is the VV, you know, the VV brand, and they're very young, right? NFTs are very young, so not a lot of people know about NFTs, right? And you're able to grab to get these NFTs for the low, especially right now, because yes, the market had pumped, but when there's blood in the streets, that's when you actually want to go and buy and go invest into your assets, right? So if we go to comics, I'm pretty sure. Let's go look at the prices on VV right now. We go to comics. Fantastic Four #1 is going to be at the bottom of the list just because it came out. Like I said, it was a third comic to actually release on VV, right? So it's right here, right? Price floor actually rose. Right now, the price floor is at $49. Last time I seen it, I think it was like 20, 39, $38. All right, so price floor rose to $49, right? For the common, for the uncommon, let's see, am I able to look at it? Let's check out these listings. All right, here. So the common is sitting at around $49, right? $50 for a price floor. So that's the least amount that you could buy it for. The uncommon is sitting around $51, so it's around the same price as the common. The reason why that happens is because a lot of people want that original cover, right? The rare is sitting around 88 gems. Ultra rare is sitting around 228 gems, which is a steal. Like, these are steal prices. Fantastic Four Secret Rare 1, it's around like $4,000 for the Secret Rare, right? And this comic, especially when the market pumped, this comic really pumped. I don't know where to, but it pumped a lot. I'm pretty sure it was over like 8,000 at one point, right? So definitely try to get your hands on this comic if you don't have it in in your collection already. Excuse me. Um, the second top two, my second comic to actually buy and to actually add to for you guys to actually add to your collection is actually Avengers 8, right? The reason why I say Avengers 8 because this, yes, Avengers 8 is my favorite book, and I am biased towards this book. But as you guys know, this book is the first appearance of Kang the Conqueror, which is a huge villain within the MCU, right? He actually debuted in Loki in the MCU, right? As He Who Remains, right? This book actually came out in 1964. There's only 10,000 editions of this book on the VV app, which it makes it scarce already. The physical copy sold for only $35,000. Like that's still like this is an investable, a very very investable piece in my opinion in the physical realm, as well as definitely on VV, right? Because not a lot of people know about NFTs, right? If you could grab this as an NFT, then hold it for a couple years, and obviously the NFT market starts getting um, a lot of traffic, and you know everything's heading towards Web 3. So obviously NFTs are on Web 3, and like you know they add utility and they add like so many different things that you could do with these comics, not just read them, but not just you owning it and having the license, but like guys, this is a steal, right? Um, so that's the reason why I wanted to add Avengers 8 is because Kang the Conqueror is going to be a major player, definitely a major player within the new MCU movies, right? We're on the multiverse saga, and this guy controls literally, like he's the one behind everything at the end of the time, right? Um, he's a time traveler from the 21st century. This the 9.6 actually sold for 35,000. I said that 9.2, 9.0 actually sold for 4,576. Like that's not a lot of money. This comic is, in my opinion, is definitely undervalued in the physical world as well as on the VV app, right? If we look at how much it is on VV, where you at? Okay, did I pass it? No. Oh, here it is. Here's Avengers 8 on VV. So there's only 10,000 editions, right? The common is actually sitting at $139. Um, Mind you, there's less. The reason why is because there's less editions. Uncommon is sitting at $99, which is crazy. Like people definitely want to grab up that common cover, that original cover, right? So this is at $100. This rare is at $170. You have the ultra rare. I actually own one of the ultra rares. Is sitting at $498. This comic definitely dumped over the couple of months, right? Because that comic was almost around like $5,000 when the market was like up. This comic cover is my favorite comic cover on the app, and in general, like this secret rare is like one of my. I have this ultra rare, but this secret rare is my. I got the ultra rare on the drop, but the secret rare guys like yo, like this is like OG. Like this guy Kang is like just sending back. Um, this one is sitting at like 4,000 gems. And there's not a lot left. Like say for example, somebody comes in here and swipes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like the price floor is gonna be already at like $9,000 to $10,000 per comic, right? Like this is crazy. So, um, there's a lot of it's a lot of investable pieces in that area. It's sitting at a very cheap price right now, and it's definitely grabbable if you do not have it in your collection. Um, Now MCU speculation, right? As I already said, Kang was first seen in Loki, right, as He Who Remains. They're actually coming out with a whole. They just announced a whole movie for him to actually come out in 2025 called the Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, right? And I'm pretty sure everything that's going on right now in the multiverse saga is going to be leading up to this movie, right? This is going to be a huge movie that Kevin Feige and Marvel is going to be coming out with, right? This is gonna be like the banger, the home run for the Avengers, right? Like I said, he is a major player in the Marvel universe. One of I believe that this guy is actually one of the most anticipated characters to for the MCU, right? People been people been speculating on him since Loki, right? And then people speculated that he was going to be in Spider-Man. People speculated that he is going to be in Quantumania, like Ant-Man Quantumania, which I pretty sure there was a leaked trailer about him saying like, "Oh, have I killed you before?" to Ant-Man. Like that's huge. Like if you could say that, because he killed the Avengers. So like like this whole new multiverse saga is gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna be crazy, right? This is the guy who's behind everything, right? As you guys can see, if you guys didn't see Loki, you guys have to go see Loki, right? If you didn't go see Loki and you're watching this video and you're trying to learn on what to invest in and how the MCU is gonna do its thing, like don't even pause this video and go watch Loki, right? But this guy is the guy that's behind everything that's going on with the multiverse saga right now, right? And that's why I believe Avengers 8 is such an investable book within the MCU, within the Marvel Comics realm, because of speculation in the MCU, right? Sorry about that. So if you guys don't have Avengers 8, go grab Avengers 8, right? Um, so I definitely want to actually look to complete that set. I have the Ultra right now. I don't have the other ones. I do want to get the secret rare. Like if I had like it's either you know I get the secret rare and only get the ultra rare, or I get the other ones. But like the secret rare is definitely like 4,000. I thought it was like what it was like sitting at. I think it was like 4,000, right? Secret rare is sitting at like 4,000 like gems right now, right? And I'm just trying to be a little bit more conservative on my gem spending because I just completed another set last week. So the King Dynasty is going to be coming out in 2025, and that was announced a couple weeks ago, along with the Fantastic Four movie. Um, Jonathan Majors is the one that's going to be playing Kang in the King Dynasty, and to move forward on in the MCU, right? Um, my third book is Fantastic Four number 5, right? Fantastic Four number 5. The reason why I say Fantastic Four number 5 is because this is the first appearance of Doctor Doom, right? This is the origins of Doctor Doom, which debuted in 1962. He is a major player in Marvel. For those who don't know who Doctor Doom is, go do your research, right? You definitely should know who Doctor Doom is, right? He's one of the main villains in the Marvel universe, along with Galactus and Thanos and Kang, and he's one of the main players in Marvel. That's the villain of the Fantastic Four, right? So the physical copy actually sold for 150,000, right? This is a huge book amongst physical comic book collectors, right? And as more physical comic book collectors come in towards the Web3 area, they see these books, they're gonna definitely want to grab some of these books because like these are investable items that they could actually invest into, and this is gonna be huge for the people that are physical comic book collectors, right? Come into this space, they could grab the same book that they own on the blockchain, right? So you have a 9.2 graded comic selling at $150,000, and you have a $133,000, right? But so like this comic book isn't obviously it isn't like the most valuable like in price comic, right? But it definitely is undervalued in my opinion right now, selling at only at 133,000. When this guy Doctor Doom actually shows up in the MCU, right? This book is going to be doing numbers, right? Um, so we already seen Doctor Doom in 2 movies already, which was the both Fantastic Fours. We didn't see him play a lot in the we didn't see him play a lot in the first Fantastic Four movie, but in the second one, yes, like you did see like a little bit of like where he came from and his origins in that movie, right? Um, but if you guys don't have this book, definitely add it to your collection. MCU speculation, right? This guy is actually rumored to be the one behind Secret Wars, right? Avengers Secret Wars, which is coming out in 2025. Um, so they actually announced that a couple weeks ago with all the other movies they announced, right? Rumored to be in an end credit scene in Wakanda Forever, right? We seen like in the trailer that Namor, Prince Namor, is going to be going against Wakanda. Like they're gonna be attacking Wakanda. Like his people are attacking Wakanda, right? And why is that, right? The person that I think is behind that is Doctor Doom, right? I think Doctor Doom is gonna be the person behind the reason why Namor is actually attacking Wakanda, right? As you can see here, you have Doctor Doom and Kang, um, both like fist pumping, like, yo, bro, like we about to get this done, right? We about to do this. So like I'm pretty sure that they're gonna team up, and there's also like I'm pretty sure Doom is also like kind of like a in one of the comic books he also is like kind of like a variant of Kang in a different universe or something like that. So I don't actually know, but like you know like as you guys can see on the screen, this information is very, very, especially if you're trying to invest into comic books and the VV market comic books, these are the ones to buy, right? These are the ones to buy. As you guys can see, this is the evidence that these are clearly the books that you guys should invest into, right? This is not financial advice. This is only for entertainment purposes only. Let's go look at how much these books are actually going for right now. Right, here's Fantastic Four #5. The comic is actually very investable. Like you're sitting there, the comics I think is sitting at like 30 gems. I'm pretty sure yesterday it was sitting around 28 gems. Now it's sitting around 30 gems. So that's definitely a grab. Uncommon is sitting around $27.50. So around the same price as the common. Uncommon tends to be less than the common just because the common is the original cover. You have the rare, which is sitting around $74, which is a steal. Like ultra rare is sitting around $235, which is another steal. And the secret rare, I'm pretty sure is like 1.3K. Like that's a steal. Like these are steal prices, right? So 1.3 thousand. So like if you guys could grab, even if you could grab grab a comic for $30, 30 gems, right? This comic one time, at one point was at like almost 200 gems, at the common floor, right? When the market was pumping, right? The market will pump again. We don't know when, but it will pump again. Just as you guys know, there's certain things going on with the economy. Stocks are down, crypto is down, NFTs are down, right? Once we see all that money flow back into those areas, I'm pretty sure these comics are gonna pump as well. And you know, the people that are actually working behind the scenes during the crypto like crash and and like the companies that you see that are working and expanding during while the crypto is down are the ones that you should be paying attention to, because those are the ones that are going to be the heavy hitters when crypto and all the investments and all the markets are actually up, right? So make sure to look out for that. But my top three buys, right, are Fantastic Four #1. If you don't have that, add that to your collection. Avengers 8, definitely Avengers 8. That's my favorite comic book. I am totally biased towards that comic book. It's okay, right? And Fantastic Four #5. Those are the three comic books that you guys should actually be focusing on, and definitely try to add those to your collection. Also, like before I'm done, I just want to let you guys know. Make sure you guys go add yourselves in that Discord so you guys keep up with all the information and all the news that I'm dropping on different things. Not just NFTs, cryptos, but a lot of things that are in general, finance in general, right? So make sure you guys go like, comment, subscribe, and hit that post notification button. I'll see you guys on the side of success. I'm out.